The next element of faith is to accept that birth in the Pure Land of Amida takes place after death.
This is a short one, Sensei. If you want,
yes,
it's not so long the explanation. Shall I continue? Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, Sensei. So let me see. Okay, so the sixth element of faith is to accept that birth in the Pure Land of Amida Buddha takes place after death. Okay. It says Yosho Sensei here, birth in the Pure Land through the gate of the primal vow means the attainment of Buddhahood and acquiring the special transcendental qualities of enlightened ones, which cannot be found in our present samsaric minds and bodies. May I remind the viewer that if you go to the last chapter of the book, The True Teaching on Amida Buddha and his Pure Land, you will find more like at least 40 pages or more of only passages selected by Yosho Sensei from all of the masters that we have been speaking about, Tanluan, Taoshu, Genshin, Nagarjuna, Vasubandhu, the larger sutra by Shakyamuni Buddha himself, in which you will find that they spoke that the Pure Land is something that you attain after death, yes, and also that it means the attainment of enlightenment for those who
yes,
enter
that collection of passages, which is very important for our Amidaji branch of Jodo Shinshu, are in three categories, divided in three categories. One, passages who show that birth in the Pure Land takes place after death, and two, passages who show that birth in the Pure Land takes place after death, and it means the attainment of nirvana or enlightenment or Buddhahood, and three, passages who show the enlightened qualities of those born in the Pure Land of Amida, and which can't be found in the so-called here and now samsaric bodies and minds of unenlightened beings. So these are three categories, very important. This shows the falsity of many statements that are made today by false teachers in the name of Jodo Shinshu. Each of these three categories contains lots of passages from sutras, the seven masters of our school, Shinran, Honen, Renyo. So I will put a link into the description.
Yes, it's a very good collection of passages. Thank you, Sensei. And you, when you read them, it will be crystal clear to you that they, of course, Shakyamuni Buddha himself and all of the seven patriarchs, Shinran and Renyu, all of them believe with one mind that birth in the Pure Land is after death, of course. Yes, and that.
And remember the qualities of those who are enlightened. Okay, the supernal qualities of those who are enlightened. And always remember that. So know the Buddhist teaching. The Buddhist teaching is very clear. Shakyamuni himself was very clear of about what it means to be a Buddha. Yes.
And yes, all of the passages from the sutra that describe all of the activities of compassion and wisdom that those in the Pure Land engage in, these are very clear.
Those qualities of people born in the Pure Land are promised by Amida Buddha in many of his vows. So those are presented by Shakyamuni, because Shakyamuni is the one who teaches the larger sutra, but they were actually said and promised by Amida Buddha himself in some of his vows. Also in this in the commentary on the sutra on the Buddha of infinite life, I explain in a special chapter all the 48 vows, vow by vow, first vow, second vow, and so on. So you cannot be confused if you read that. Okay, please continue, Kosho Sensei.
Yes, thank you, Sensei. Yes, that book is also amazing. Also, I would recommend that you leave that book for last when you're studying Yosho Sensei's books, because that book is actually the longest and the most complex one. But yes, you could go there also to
and
see.
And it's the only complete commentary of the larger sutra in English from the perspective of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. You can't find another book on this. You can only find fragments. Also in Shinran's Kyogyo Shinsho and other texts, you can find fragments explained from the larger sutra, but not the whole sutra. So I try to to explain and comment on the whole sutra, section by section. Yes.
Yes, indeed, there are no other comparable commentary, at least in English. I know that maybe the Shandao lineage has commentaries, but they haven't been translated from Mandarin into English. So for now, this is the only one that we have in the West, and it's very well written, of course. And actually, I have to say that before reading that commentary, my mind was a mess in terms of the philosophy and all of the the vows and all of that. So I highly encourage all of you to read that commentary if you want to understand the larger sutra from the perspective of Shinran. Yes, this is very important.
And read the footnotes. The footnotes are very important. Also.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I translated that book into Spanish, and I remember that after translating that book, I didn't want to see a footnote for the rest of my life. It was like 400 footnotes. Yes.
Yes, big ones.
Oh man, I remember. It was
Okay.
difficult, but yeah. Okay. So Shakyamuni Buddha said, yes, however hard you may practice in this life, it can only be for a short while. In the life to come, you will be born in the land of Amitayus, Amida Buddha, and enjoy endless bliss there. Being forever in accord with the way, you will no longer be subject to birth and death, and you will be free of the afflictions caused by greed, anger, and ignorance. So here is Shakyamuni Buddha himself telling you that in the life to come, that is means the afterlife, after you die, you will be born in the land of Amitayus and you will be free from birth and death. Of course, this is something that cannot be found in our present samsaric bodies. Honen Shonin also said, when they lay aside their present lives, they will enter into the dwelling of the Buddhas, the Pure Land. Also, Honen Shonin was very clear to him, when you lay aside your body, what does that mean? To die, yes? Okay. Shinran Shonin said, at the end of your life, you will enter the family of the Buddhas, that is the Pure Land. At the moment of our karmic bonds to this Saha world run out and helplessly we die, we shall go to that land. Yes. We read in the commentary of the master of Quang Ming Temple, in other works, Master Shantao, he says, we should sincerely devote ourselves to this teaching until the end of our life, and after abandoning our defiled bodies, realize the eternal bliss of Dharma nature. So imagine that, no? Okay. We will discover the eternal bliss of Dharma nature, or the Dharmakaya, yes, Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. So we'll have access to the three kaya in the Pure Land. Okay, so we'll have the access to the body of the cosmos, which is actually the body that is beyond names and forms that all Buddhas possess. We'll have an eternal Sambhogakaya that will eternally dwell in the Pure Land for the benefit of all beings, and also eternal Nirmanakayas that are emanated to countless corners of the universe in all shapes and forms for the benefit of all beings. Of course, this is something that can only be found in Amida Buddha's Pure Land for those of us who want to be born there. Yes. So those who have been born first in the Pure Land, says Shinran, guide those who come later, and those who are born later join those who were born there before. This is so that the boundless ocean of birth and death be exhausted. In other words, those who are born, maybe, I don't know, let's say I die before all of you guys. So I will be waiting for you in the Pure Land. Yes. Then I don't know, maybe Yosho Sensei goes, then he will be waiting for you in the Pure Land. So we, of course, when we go to the Pure Land, we will benefit all beings in the universe, including our relatives, including our Dharma brothers and sisters. Okay?
Including Amidaji. So those who go to the Pure Land from Amidaji, they become enlightened protectors of Amidaji.
I remember when I was in Amidaji, we were having tea with Yosho Sensei, and we said that we should take care of Amidaji, because when we are born in the Pure Land, we will return and also use this infrastructure to teach the Dharma. Okay.
Yes, but that would be in hidden form.
Of course.
So nobody in Amidaji will ever say, "Oh, I return from the Pure Land."
No.
Because
never.
if anybody says publicly like this, we say, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. You are like a corrupted guru, or like those.
Yeah. We don't have gurus at Amidaji. Yes.
Yes, but most certainly this is a beautiful message. And actually, Shinran wrote a letter that he was crying because one of his former students had gone to the Pure Land, but he was crying because he was happy. He said, "Oh, so beautiful! He will go to the Pure Land and he will take care of us all." We should have, of course, this mentality in Amidaji, and when somebody of us goes to the Pure Land, that person, of course, will benefit us in the future in countless hidden forms, of course.
Yes, the people in ancient time, the Dacians that lived here in the territory of Romania 2,000 years ago, they used to have the custom that when somebody was born, they cried. And when somebody died, they enjoyed. They were full of joy. So
yes,
that's the attitude for us. Yes.
Indeed, our attitude is that we are happy because we go to the Pure Land, and of course, the Pure Land is a place not a like vacation. No? You will go there to be active for the benefit of all sentient beings, including this planet and many other realms of existence. And I will also read the last passage, and then with that we finish for today. Is the hymns of Master Fa Chao. Yes, it's that very beautiful hymn from a Chinese teacher. He said, when ordinary beings reach the Western land, their karmic evils, countless as particles from long past kalpas, will perish. Endowed with the 6 supernatural powers, they attain unrestricted freedom in action. Forever freed of all age and sickness, they are liberated from impermanence. Such a beautiful passage. It says here that these karmic evils, like particles, will perish. No, another teachers say that it's like throwing snow to a big fire. Okay, so when we go to the Pure Land, all our karmic evil will be destroyed. You know, Amida Buddha is called the Enokobu, the Buddha of blazing light, or the Lord of blazing light, and all our karmic evil will be destroyed, and we will dwell in our Buddha nature, eternally dwelling in compassion and wisdom for the benefit of all. So this is beyond our comprehension, and we will get there, get these capacities, these supernatural powers, no, as Master Fa Chao says, when we go to the Pure Land, not before. Yeah, so we want to go to the Pure Land, and after we die, we become Buddhas there in the center.
I met many old scholars who pretended that the Pure Land is here and now, but they were old. So why did they get old? And why they were not free of old age? You know, why do you, why do you get older and older? Year by year, day by day, if you are in the Pure Land. You can't be in the Pure Land while you get older day by day and year by year, like we all do, because we change.
or even more simple, if you are in the Pure Land, you shouldn't use a car. You shouldn't use a bus. You should fly. You fly.
You was more beautiful when I met you first time 3 years ago, Kosho.
Yeah.
Now
yes,
you look old.
yes, Sensei. I look terrible. I'm going down the sink, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
right.
if you so as long as we are still sick, as long as we catch a cold, then it means we are not in the Pure Land. We are in samsara, because sickness is part of samsara. Why do you cough? Why do you get cold? Why? You know? Yes. And why do you feel pain? The fact that you feel pain, it's a clear sign that you are not enlightened. It means that you are attached to your body. You identify yourself with your body. That's why you feel pain. See, that's important. You say you not only think, but you feel with your mind that this body is yours, that you are your body. That's why you suffer. That's why if you put your hand in a flame, it will hurt you. This means you are not a Buddha, because you are attached to your body.
Even if you are scared by a dog. I live in a village with many dogs here. I always get scared, like, wow, I always get scared.
Yes.
If you are a Buddha, you shouldn't get scared by a dog.
There are many capacities that only those born in the Pure Land can have. And those are promised by Amida Buddha. For those born in the Pure Land, not here and now.